bet you thought I wasn't going to talk about it, didn't you? Hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey. So we got a new Game of Thrones trailer this week. We should address that. Yes. Okay, so big things in this trailer. Yeah, it's only like a minute and 50 seconds. So it's shorter than the last trailer, but oh, much more fulfilling. Dude. Okay, so it starts off with Daenerys, borderline going, almost going full Targaryen, man. You know how she goes. You know, like whenever she was trying to get into Karth, and she was like, "I am Daenerys, Stormlord of the House Targaryen," just yelling out all her titles and stuff. That's when she goes full Targaryen. She's just going. It's her going. Stark, Lannister, Baratheon, Tyrell. They're all just spokes on a wheel, and the wheel goes round and round, and all the little people get crushed underneath it. Well, I don't want to become part of the wheel. I want to break the wheel. And it's badass. That's her, man. She is, for a queen, she's very anti-establishment, you know? So fair play. I can get behind that. Also, okay, so we get some more of that. We get a lot of, we see a lot more of Tyrion in exile. There's a really cool shot where he's like on a boat and he's looking up and he sees Drogon flying overhead. That's pretty cool. Again, it's unfair to keep comparing Game of Thrones to the books, especially if you're one of the dudes who read the books, like myself. But Drogon isn't seen as much in the books. He's kind of on the loose, and he might appear once, maybe, but he's generally just sort of out there, wild, can't be found. It's pretty good, man. So we've seen hints of him about. Again, he shows up at the very end of the trailer. Daenerys is trying to like pet him, and he just bitch, you jail my brothers. And he just flies off, just blanks that bitch. Nothing. We see, we get some commentary from Roose Bolton saying Stannis Baratheon has an army at Castle Black. He means to take Winterfell. So Stannis Baratheon, after basically saving the world, saving the North from a wildling invasion at the last second when nobody else would, he's like, all right, this is how it starts, man. This is my conquest. I'm going to take the North. I'm going to take back Winterfell. Okay, and there's a really cool shot where we see some like Knights of the Vale riding into what I perceive to be the ruins of Winterfell. That's new. That's cool. So please something to do with Sansa. Maybe like Sansa's coming into her own, Littlefinger, in the last trailer, Littlefinger was like, avenge them. So maybe, this is Dark Sansa coming out here. That's pretty cool. We don't get as much Arya. She appears once or twice. We see her still with that little coin that Jack and Hakar gave her. Lots more with the wildlings. We see Jon Snow just saying, look, we can either learn to live with the wildlings or we can add them to the army of the dead. It's that simple. All this... And that's the point, man. All this border war, all these like fighting over territory. There's a bigger thing out there, but we just can't see it yet, And it would annoy me if the other storylines weren't so damn captivating, man. The guy makes an excellent point. There's like more wildling or crow. It's just, are you alive? Yeah, then you're on our side. That's it, dude. That's pretty cool. We get, again, it's a pretty trailer. We don't see as much. We see bits of like Jaime Lannister going to Dorne. That's cool. That didn't happen before. We get bits of like, some moments of Cersei meeting the guy called the High Sparrow. Basically, anyone who was, because of the war and like the mountain and the Starkmen just sort of ruining people's farms, livestock, and homes, a lot of the population has just been turned into just homeless, and these guys called the Sparrows they've organized the homeless, and now they're all just sort of living out the Great Sept. And this guy is the leader. He's called the High Sparrow, and there's a part where he says to Cersei, "You are the few, we are the many." Okay, I represent the huddled masses, while you sit up in that red keep and drink the finest wine of the arbor and all that. So again, looking forward to it. Really don't know what to expect from this. There's a really cool bit at the end, not the Drogon bit, just before it, where Dario Naharis says to Daenerys, after she says, "I'm a queen, not a butcher," like, all rulers are butchers or they're meat. That's it. That's the line. So that's cool. We're going to see some more of, like, we saw it last season where, I can't remember the dude's name, but we went up to Daenerys and said, my dad was a good guy, but you hung him to a post. because he had slaves. That's it. You know, we're going to see some more of Daenerys sort of towing the line and just testing her convictions, really, and just saying, are you doing what's right by doing all this? And yes, that is Game of Thrones Season 5, Trailer 2. Looks awesome. I'm on board. You don't need me to advertise this. You're going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. And we're going to have a good time. And that's it, YouTube. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. And yeah, that's all from me.